Hello friends, David Miller. I am not talking to you from my home studio in Los Angeles, Primordial Creative. I am talking to you from a hotel room in Moab, Utah, here with another motivation video talking about supportive environments, because this is a conversation I have so many times with my younger friends, most of whom are like, photographers or models or both. Not everybody lives in Los Angeles, of course. The younger friends of mine who live in smaller towns like Phoenix, Portland, generally are very enthusiastic about what they're creating up to a point, and they realize that there's a ceiling and their dreams or their ambitions are not going to be supported by their environment. Now, the environment could be, the actual city. Phoenix, Arizona, place that I lived 20 years, is supportive of arts that reflect the culture of Arizona, because there's always an economy for that, meaning Western, Native American, rustic kinds of themes. If you're around Sedona and stuff, it's like crystals and new age stuff. That kind of art is going to be there 100 years from now. People who want to make fashion photography or movies that don't reflect those themes that I just listed are going to struggle. The reason is it's an unsupportive environment for those things. Why are those areas unsupportive? Because the economy is based around other things, because there's more money in those things, because people who are talented don't get paid because the economy doesn't support them, so they go to places where they will get paid, like Los Angeles, like New York. And, that's the basics of the unsupportive metropolitan environment. The unsupportive home environment is the really hard to escape one, because if you're talking about a family or you're talking about, significant others, you don't want to get away from them. You love them, but people you love hold you back a lot, all the time. It's actually pretty rare in the arts to have a person who is 100% on board and pushing you and is your significant other, your family member, father, mother, sister, brother, whatever, that understands what you're trying to achieve creatively. You shouldn't feel bad if you can't explain it or get other people on board. It's a very hard thing to explain. It's a very hard thing to understand. So what do? Do you keep trying to prove it? Keep trying to say, this is my vision, this is, you got to see it, here's all the details, and here's what I've made already, and here's opportunities I have, blah, blah, blah. Do you think that's going to work? My experience is your energy is wasted until you accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. But I want you to know, even if the people you love see what you've accomplished, they probably won't understand it. I'm amused by some stories I hear from, like, when I listen to Bono, one of my heroes, he had an audiobook, and I listened to him talking about his dad, who never wanted him to be a rock band because he didn't want him to be disappointed. He thought, if you dream about this stuff, yeah, you're successful now, but it's gonna fail. It's gonna, something bad's gonna happen. You're gonna have to get a steady job. I'm sure at some point his dad came around, but it took so long. It took over decades, and he probably never stopped looking at his son like he was his rebellious son who hadn't made it in the rock band. He just had like a locked-in, fixed vision of what his son was, And Guillermo del Toro tells the same kind of stories about his dad. His dad is the most cinematically illiterate man alive. He was excited when Guillermo's first movie, Kronos, came out and succeeded and and he's like very proud of his son. He's like, great son, but I just have one question. What was that little machine thing in the movie? That's the thing that turns the guy into a vampire. It's like, it's so funny that we try and prove ourselves to people that it's just not going to happen, And what are your choices? You continue with your family members? Of course, they're not going to stop being your family, but do you just put them out of your mind until you succeed? Do you do what I do and get a divorce. It's hard, man, but I gotta tell you, my advice to anybody is like life's too short to be around unsupportive people and to keep fighting these uphill battles that really take away from the mission of what you were put on earth to do. If you're burning inside of you, like what you're here for and what you gotta do, like you gotta do it, and then you gotta be realistic with other people. I love you, but I'm on a mission and I gotta do the mission. And when I succeed, it's not a if, it's a when. When I succeed, is going to benefit you, because what's the alternative? Living your life in resentment because someone else held you back? I wouldn't do it. I've done it, up to a point. I'm only telling you this stuff because I've already been through it, and it don't get any better. Yeah, there's your motivation today. Find supportive environments. Get out of unsupportive environments. You think it costs too much to live in LA and you're going to stay in Portland and be a barista because that's the highest level you can achieve? Go ahead and do it. But man, I'm telling you, a better life awaits you in a place that supports your dreams, as long as you're clear about your dreams and you don't fall into distraction. Best of luck to you in your creative endeavors. Talk to you next time.